everyone, and welcome back to Tangle Tower. I'm Pen, and I'll be your host on this adventure. So, where are we at? We just did Freya's room. Oh, we got one more on this side. Guess let's go there. Oh, this is through that door. I see. Ooh, new person! Why is this one falling over?
Books about ancient history, I think.
Okay.
These books are ancient history.
Hmm.
I think they'd crumble into dust if I tried to pick them up.
Oh.
Good excuse.
Thanks.
What about this book?
A book on the floor.
Weird.
Fundamental entomology.
Oh.
I guess somebody dropped it.
Yeah, that's interesting. What's
Is
this?
that a snow globe?
I don't think
Of
so.
sorts.
Look closer. Is this another puzzle? Oh, it's Tangle Tower.
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the
Yeah.
lake and those weird mountains.
Yup.
What are you thinking?
Not
That
much.
would make an amazing souvenir.
Yeah, exactly right. Alright. Yep. Oh, this book
It's
is,
an
the
illustrated
book is lit
about
up.
birds.
Birds.
It's been left open. Looks like somebody was halfway through reading it.
Or
Bird?
it was left open for us to find.
Ooh.
Ever so slightly unnerving.
Ooh. Okay. What kind of bird is this? The ink dip is a remarkably intelligent bird with very long lifespan, even among avian mystids. Other birds are often aggressive towards it, and the ink dip lives most of its life alone. It has particular feeding habits and usually only eats the seeds of the Tantum amica pictured. Oh, okay, this thing. I see. Interesting. Okay.
A chalkboard.
The number 4.
Is this a
Chalkboard?
library or a classroom?
Look closer. Oh, whoa, what?
Any idea what this means?
No.
Not a clue.
Whoa. I wonder if I'm gonna need this later. There was, if I remember, a puzzle that had words. So I'm gonna take a picture of this. Just in case. Just in case.
I'm not sure I learned anything from that.
Yeah, that's gonna mean something later. There was like... oh, there was some item that had a word combination. I think it was like the letterbox or something right up front. I don't remember. There was something. Right, what about this?
What's in those bottles?
Plants
I'm not
and
sure.
stuff?
Soil samples?
Oh. Maybe. What's this?
Sure. Why not build a science lab in the corner of the library?
I mean, it makes sense.
The search for new knowledge. The
Yep.
archiving of old knowledge. It's
Yep.
downright poetic.
I mean, it is kind of cool.
It's musty in here.
It is.
What exactly does that mean? What is must?
Must.
What?
You ask such stupid questions.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes, that was a stupid question. What the fuck? Okay, let's talk to you. Hello?
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something
How are your
I'm
eyes
still
doing
missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here.
Yeah.
She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me,
Oh no?
Oh.
How come?
because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks
I
for letting
see.
me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you
Whoa.
have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A
Oh?
hypothesis about the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Fifi Fellow, microbiologist,
Oh.
inventor, innovator.
Nice. Okay,
You
tell
will
me
need
about
to be more
yourself.
specific. One's self cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So
I mean,
true.
that is true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix.
I
But you
see.
need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Okay.
Fifi, you said you were a micro something or other?
Microbiologist. But it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What
Oh.
made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed
Cool.
a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with
Oh.
the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Oh, that's really cool.
No, but that would be most amusing.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about the murder?
What can you
Wait,
tell me
why
about-
you... What?
Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask.
Yeah.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had
Okay.
planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, that's so
I'm sorry to hear
sad.
that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
I was
Okay.
in my room. The lights were off
Oh,
and the door was
okay.
locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the
Oh.
door. Poppy came into my room. Her
Okay.
makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
Oh. Jesus
She
Christ.
insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside.
Poppy's
followed
father
us
wears a book
upstairs.
as a hat?
When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample
Oh,
back
you were the one that
downstairs to the
discovered that.
library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course,
I mean, science can
Why
make you
would
feel
one
better,
affect the
like
other?
whatever you're nerdy and into. Okay. Let's ask you about Flora.
name, Flora Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Oh.
Isn't she your mother? How do you not know anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
I mean, that
And
is fair.
How long has Flora been non-verbal?
And she has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what
Ah.
happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
Ooh, interesting.
Name, Felix Fellow. Age, 53. Profession, none. Likes, collecting objects
The
of
side-eye.
negligible monetary value and assigning them personal value. Dislikes, the inescapable realities of human existence. Notes,
Relatable.
Felix is my father and legal guardian.
And, is he a good dad?
I have no point of comparison, but I would say no.
No. Why not?
You asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the two possible answers.
I mean,
What
that's
makes him
fair.
a bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions and something of a willful detachment from reality.
Uh,
Just like you, then.
Grimoire.
No, he is quite correct.
oh, well, I mean, at least you're self-aware.
Fiona Fellow. Age, 19.
Oh.
Profession, amateur microbiologist. Likes, the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes, the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact. Notes: kindly
Nice.
disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer
Okay.
Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And
Oh.
what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
Oh.
Name: Freya Fellow. Age: 19. Profession:
Same age.
artist. Deceased. Understand
Okay.
this. Most people find me difficult. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me.
Oh, that's sad.
There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this.
Oh, that's
It's
sweet.
very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became 1. Increasingly independent, and 2. Increasingly isolated.
Do you
Oh.
know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
The three of
Okay.
you were friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted. 1 scientist, 1 artist, and 1 musician.
Sounds
like
about
quite a
right.
team.
Okay. Oh, I can ask you about items? What's this?
Is she
What?
laughing?
What about
What
this?
is your opinion of Tangle Tower?
Oh, it's impressive. Elaborate gardens, unique architecture.
That's
Must be worth
different.
a fortune.
Why do you ask, Fifi?
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family. This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
That's
Oh.
quite an inheritance.
They
I
can't
guess you don't
make
want
you
it?
do anything, Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
That's sad. Let's talk about this.
Photograph is my favorite photograph.
So, why'd you rip it in half?
That was not me. Besides,
Okay,
it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
I see.
There is a drawing of me, a drawing of Detective Hawkshaw, and a drawing of Poppy and Fitz.
I see.
It is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model
Okay.
of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
Why would my
Yeah.
father make a model of Freya?
Weird.
A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although,
Huh?
now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint.
Oh.
Fifi,
Freya's
did you
paints?
test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
Oh.
A whole pot full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
Yeah, but still.
That's kind of
Wasn't it
weird, right?
out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring.
Okay.
Do you
Red
know
book?
who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she
Ah.
left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time.
Okay. What about this
I
thing?
believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it. As such,
Yeah.
I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever.
Okay. Interesting. What about
The
this?
red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the
Okay.
painting herself?
Or blood
Oh,
got on the brush
interesting.
and palette some other way?
Do not know the answer.
Yeah, that's weird. What's
that
in
belongs
this?
to my mother. I think
Oh.
she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah,
is true.
What's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
Yeah? Okay, I'll accept that.
The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya.
Oh.
Maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days.
Oh. Okay.
Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
I think she was
Oh.
just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed a test on
The
a red
knife
paint
with
myself.
blood?
I discovered that it was in fact not paint, but blood.
What made you want to test it in the first place?
It was Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
Oh.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of course,
Interesting. Look at this one.
curious. This
This?
belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
What happened
Oh.
to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Yes, that is
Right.
true.
But why?
I do not know why.
Okay,
The
heart
statue
statue.
itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have
Yeah.
you deciphered their meaning yet?
Nope.
We're working on it.
We are.
Okay.
I require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was
what?
stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Apart
Fair.
from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife.
I mean, that is fair. That person is like got quite an attitude on them.
Fifi's
Jesus
bedroom
Christ.
should be unlocked now.
Oh.
Can't wait.
Later. Okay, so I need to go talk to him again because I realized I didn't get all of the information from him. I didn't ask him about items, so let's get some information on these.
Charming, isn't it? Yes. Built by the Remington family originally. Dear
Oh.
Flora's father and his associates.
But now it's
Oh.
owned by you? By the fellow family?
The Fellows and the Pointers have both come to claim a certain degree of ownership.
And who named
Okay.
it Tangle Tower?
Flora chose the name.
What does it mean?
Oh, okay.
I think it was
That's
her
kinda cool.
intention that it mean nothing at all. Something of a fresh start.
I
From
see.
what?
This really isn't for me to say, but she had some kind of disagreement with her siblings. After they moved away,
Oh.
Flora changed the name of the house. I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome. Yes, less
Oh.
likely to come back.
That's kind of extreme.
Yeah.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it?
Well, he thinks it's cool that that happened anyway.
What's
Case
this?
file.
It's my case file. It's how I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You mean to
Oh.
say you're bound by the limits of what's written in this little document?
Yes.
Sounds dreadful.
I found it comforting.
Heart
Rather
statue?
ugly, isn't it, as far as statues go? Years of wind and rain have not been kind to it either.
I
Do you know
mean,
what it is?
fair.
The creature, I mean.
It's
What is
connected
it?
to the Remington family history in some way, but
What?
I can't recall.
Well, that's useless.
That looks
Yes.
like it might belong to Poppy.
Okay, so that definitely belongs to Poppy. What about this?
I'm as confused as you are.
Oh.
It
This?
would have been a beautiful painting. It's rather a shame Freya was unable to finish it.
Nothing about it seems strange to you.
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange, aren't they? The emotion of the piece taking over from, say, anatomical accuracy.
What about the knife in Flora's hand?
A knife? That's what you see?
You don't?
That's not a knife?
As I was saying, Freya's artistic approach distorts certain shapes. Hard to
Oh.
say exactly what we're looking at.
Oh, so you're saying that's not a knife?
Flora's quite fond of that old thing. It's in poor shape.
Do
Why?
you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do. That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Another Poppy one, okay. Wasn't that too Freya from Poppy?
Does Florin normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit I've never managed to work out what.
Why not just
Oh.
ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
I mean,
Most of
that's
my-
fair. What about this?
It's unlike her to leave paint on the brush.
I think we'll give her a pass, given
She's
the
dead.
circumstances.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, so we shall.
Okay, paint.
Looks like Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
No, that's very odd.
It
They're
is.
normally in excellent condition.
You seem pretty sure about that.
What?
I've been carving for a couple of years now.
That was kind of sus, right?
I was hopeless when I started, but it didn't take me long to master it, as you can see.
Do you paint them yourself too?
I do indeed, yes. Freya kindly taught me the basics.
Oh.
Nowadays, I can make just about anything I can imagine. Of course, this particular model is a self-portrait based
Yeah, I
on
see that.
hard fact.
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword, Felix?
Of course, I own a great many.
Can I see it?
But my weapons are stored well away from Tangle Tower.
I see.
Safety first and all that.
Sure. What about the
Ah,
rest of
you
these?
found it. What do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches a little bit. It turned out all right, though.
But what?
What's
Where's
it
your
supposed to
actual
be?
child?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded by all her favorite people.
And a chicken.
That's one of Freya's paintings, is it not? It's
Yes.
impressive, but a little miserable for my tastes.
Oh, okay. What about this?
Freya was quite the talent. She had a way of capturing the spirits of her subjects.
Oh.
Not in an evil way, in a good way.
I see. What about
My
this
daughter
one?
Fiona and her best friend. They grow up so fast.
Do you know why it's ripped like that?
Ah, yes. I didn't even notice. No idea.
I'm assuming the third person is Poppy, the
Where
one
did
that
you
gets the
find
tape.
That?
It was in the library.
Really? How odd.
Oh, what? Why is it odd for there to be a book in the
There's
library?
something about Felix's painting supplies. Something suspicious.
Let's
Yeah.
ask him about it.
So now.
There's something about the image of Flora in the painting.
Oh.
Something suspicious.
Let's ask
Yep.
her about it.
Later. Okay. Suspicion.
So, about this paint we found in your room.
Nothing suspicious about it. I used it to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to
Okay.
do.
We never said it was suspicious.
Come on then, out with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
Okay. It has the wrong lid on it. Thought you were a
It's
paint
not
pot.
your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots.
Okay, the
End of
lid is
discussion.
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
Oh. This?
Let's take a closer look at this.
Yes, let's look. Wait. Let's see. Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot? Because, like, all of hers are round, but his is this one's rectangular. The lids were swapped to hide it.
Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
Is that
red paint
correct?
Is from Freya supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Yeah, because it was different
Why
shape.
are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is connected to your murder.
Let's see. Why is Felix stealing Freya's paint? Relevant to the murder. This red paint pot was somehow filled with blood. Before Freya
This
used
red
it to
paint
paint
pot was somehow
Flora?
filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Oh, that's definitely something. Right.
Yeah! Yeah, get fucked!
Here's the story. I was
Okay, oh
busy
God.
working on a project when I
Okay.
suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely asked Freya if
Wondering
I
if
could
it was a
borrow
gift.
hers. Just for a little while, you know. Perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So,
Oh, poor child.
well, I
You
took
stole it.
Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment, but it's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left
Huh.
behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of
That's
red
a
paint
lot.
anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday. I needed red to paint the final details.
Could you not have just used a different color?
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it,
Why?
why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end. After what happened. Seemed
What
a bit,
happened?
insensitive.
Like the dead body? What happened? Or something else? Did something else happen? Oh my god. I gotta quiz Flora as well. I'm gonna do that in the next one though. I'm gonna wrap this up here and we're gonna quiz Flora in the next one and we're gonna check out Fifi's bedroom and then maybe get some more information. So for now, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe and join the embarrassments, which is what I call my community. And I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at in your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!